Hello. Hi everyone. I'm back to streaming. I ain't got nothing else to do, honestly. I'm sick still.
That you could be talking to your best friend in the whole world, and then Janice come in and you go, fuck you, I'm talking to Janice. Because Janice is better than you. Come on, let's face it. She's better than all of us. So anyways, then you're at home, and you start liking Janice, you know what I mean? You start getting invested in her, you go, God damn, that Janice is a cool lady. I would like to meet her one day. That would be a lot of, fuck, I forgot she vanished.
Fuck, I forgot she vanished.
Ah, just my luck. They'll find her.
They'll find her.
Then you get hope. That's not good. I don't give a fuck what Obama says. Hope is never good. Don't try it. It never works out. So you go, oh man, they'll find Janice. They're putting pictures up of her on telephone poles. I think that had worked once. And then the news keeps showing you more things about Janice, you know? And they'll show you like the home videos of her. You're like, God damn, look at that. She's eating a pizza. I like her hair like that. They'll find her.
They'll find her.
And then you become obsessed with Janice. It's all you can think of, you know? You're at work, fucking just can't wait to get home, agonizing over Janice, you know, thinking about her with eating pizza and shit. And then you go home, and your nights are just fevered dreams of, you know, Janice and bangs and shit like that. And you all you can do is turn on the TV and hope, and you know, and then one day, you know, they go, hey, more news on Janice. Here's the Bill, he's still outside, and then Bill is like outside, and he's like, here we are. Where, as you can see behind me, they are scouring the woods. They're still searching for Janice, you know. And then you go, oh fuck, not the woods. You know, that's not. Nothing good ever happens in the woods. I've seen enough of these fucking stories to know that Janice ain't coming bounding out of the woods anytime soon. That's it. She's like, hey, what's going on, everybody? I just taking a stroll through the woods.
The scraggly woods.
What are you taking my picture for? I just took a stroll through the scraggly woods. Now, if they find you in the woods, they always find you in the same place. Every time they will find you in a shallow grave. I don't know why they don't just look there in the first place. But if I was the police chief, I'd go, listen, I want every shallow grave in the vicinity checked out. I want to clear up this case by Tuesday on account of I'm running for DA or whatever. But doesn't shallow grave seem a mite rash? You know, like these serial killers are supposed to be so shrewd and cunning and everything, you know? At least according to the TV movies I've seen. And but then when it comes time for the grave, they get a little hasty, you know? Well, there you go, 3 twigs and a leaf. That ought to do it. That doesn't look like Janice anymore. I don't recall Janice ever wearing 3 leaves and a twig. Oh well. Guess I'll go home and await the authorities now. You gotta prepare these things, you know? You gotta be a little smarter than that. You know, what I would do, and I would never, ever kill a lady in cold blood. I know I say that now. I don't really know. I can't predict the future, but I don't believe I know there's no river long enough doesn't contain a bend, but I believe that right now there might just be vanity. I don't think I would kill a woman in cold blood. But if I did, I would plan it out very carefully, you know, because there's a lot at stake. You know, you think about it, you probably, you know, probably lose your job. I don't know what happens. That's a blemish on the old CV, you know. Even in today's enlightened society, there remains a stigma as being a psychosexual sadist. But
So good.
what I would do is I would look at the lady, I would select a lady, and then I would follow her habits. You understand what I'm saying? Like I would watch her very carefully, you know. And I go, hey, I noticed that every day she goes to that cheese sandwich shop, and then she comes out with a little paper bag. I'll bet you anything there's a cheese sandwiches in there. You know? So I keep that in my head, you understand? Then I'd say, hey, I notice every Wednesday evening she goes with her other lady friends and they go down to the YWCA and they play basketball with each other, which is fine nowadays. Yeah? So
Just fine nowadays.
what I would do is on Wednesday I would go down to the YWCA, and what would I be holding in my right hand in the parking lot but a cheese sandwich? So then she would eventually come out of the YWCA, you know, all sweaty with her, you know, her ridiculous three-colored ball and everything there, you know. And I'd be standing there. And then she'd go, hey, what's in your right hand? And I go, nothing. I'd be coy, you know. And she'd go, there's something in your right hand. I go, listen, lady, who knows more about what's in their right hand? You or me? I believe, oh, this. Now, this is just a cheese sandwich. Why, you like them or something? I got a whole fucking van full of them over there. Right over there. Yeah, that craziest looking fucking van you ever saw? That's filled with cheese sandwiches.
Okay, I think I hear something. That spoon, stupid spoon, got my BD. I wanted to eat that thing, man. But he got it instead. I don't think it's here anymore.
Enough of this grimness. Although my buddy, I did want to say one thing about my buddy Richie, who has a disease. And
He has a
but
disease.
it's an interesting disease he has. He has the
Alcoholism.
disease of alcoholism. And he came to me, you know, and he told me, and I like to look, I'm the kind of guy who likes to look at the bright side of things, you know. So I told him, I said, Richie, it's true that you have a disease and everything, but I think you got the best one. It's the only disease where you get to drink booze all the time. I haven't looked at every medical journal, but I believe It's the only disease where you can constantly drink booze. As a matter of fact, that is the disease. You know, and I don't think Richie would think he had a disease. Like, I don't think Richie would go to my Uncle Bert, go, hey, I understand you got bowel cancer. Ah, man, I know how you feel. I gotta drink a lot of booze. Those diseases, they're tough, those diseases, huh, Uncle Bert? Hey, what's your symptoms, Uncle Bert? Well, my bowel, I got blood pouring out of it all the time. I got bowel blood pouring out, gushing out of my bowel, almost nonstop. And I got searing, clawing pains, ripping, tearing, you know, mind-screeching bowel pains. And they're combined with aching, dull, soul-deadening bowel pain. Those are basically my symptoms. How about you? I get happy. And, you know, I tend to be able to talk to people easier, I find.
10 seconds.
Sometimes I will meet a lady at a bar, got the same disease as I do, and I'll fuck her. But that's in the latter stages of the disease, Uncle Bert. You gotta realize that. Know what I mean, Uncle Bert? But no, but listen, man, I don't minimize what he does though, because he admits that he's an alcoholic and that he's weaker than a bottle, and that ain't easy to do. I couldn't do any of that shit. I'm too proud, you know what I mean? I got too much pride, you know. Like they say in the scriptures, pride goes before the fall, you know. And he can somehow, you know, it's a very beautiful thing he does. He goes to Alcoholics Anonymous and he says right in front of them, he says, you know, he goes in front of a whole room full of people and he says, I am an alcoholic, you know. Which I know does not sound that anonymous. I didn't name the group, but it sounds like the exact opposite of anonymous. Whatever. Like, to me, the alcoholics, that, you know, the anonymous alcoholics, to me, would be like you guys. I don't fucking know. I can't tell, you know? But once you tell a whole church basement full of people, your cover is pretty well blown. But anyways, it still requires a lot of... The only thing they seem to be anonymous about, from the way I can gather it, is they won't tell you their last names. Anything else goes.
12, 30.
But not the last name. No, no. Sometimes they'll say the first, like they'll go, I am Richie and I am an alcoholic, or the first initial. They'll say, my name is Richie K and I am an alcoholic. Then anything goes. They're like, one time I remember I was under the influence of the demon rum, and God, I started punching my newborn in the face. I looked down at my fist and it was all bloody with, I don't know what it was. It was either from my knuckles or my son's skull. Yeah. I'm not telling you my last name. That's none of your beeswax. As far as I'm concerned, a man should have a little, you know. Did I ever tell you about the time I blew a dog for a pint of gin? Oh, yeah,
1070.
I did tell you. First initials K, I'll give you that much. Richie K, but I'm not going to tell you the last letters. Plus you can memorize my face. But other than that, I would like to keep this completely anonymous. But there's just a way I could... And what better way to keep a secret, when you think about it, than tell a room full of drunks? That's not going anyplace, you know? As soon as the guys were relapsed, hey, Richie blew a dog for a pint of gin. He told a whole bunch of us. I mean, I understand the dog had some gin. What are you going to do? Hi, Richie K. You know Richie K? But I don't don't drink myself, you know. It's not because I'm no big guy. I'm just afraid, you know. I fear everything, you know. And so I'm afraid to and stuff. But I used to. Now I don't drink. And when you're with people that drink, it doesn't work out. That's why that designated driver thing, I don't think ever worked out. I see ads for it again. Like I think they're trying to resurrect that idea. But it's kind of a flawed notion, you know. It's like, hey, Bill, listen. We were wondering if you'd come out with us. Here's the idea. We want to go out and drink.
Fuck, I messed up.
And then we were hoping you'd come with us and not drink. How does that sound to you? We're going to go to a bunch of different bars and drink, and then you come with us and not drink. Also, we're not going to be driving. You're going to pick us up at our different houses, go to a bunch of bars, not drink while we drink, and then drive us all home. How does that sound to you? How's that catch you? I was like, I don't know. What's the catch? It sounds too good. There's some sort of... But I don't drink, and if you don't drink, I'll tell you something, bars are not a lot of fun because, you know, when you think about it, fucking all it is you're just sitting at a big oak table for 4 hours. That's not fun unless you're drunk. And then everybody else be drinking, you know what I mean? So their fun is going up and up and up, you know? It's rising. Their fun is escalating while your fun is staying exactly the same. And then by the end of the night, you don't even know what the fuck they're laughing about. Just everybody's laughing. And then they start resenting you for it. I've seen that, man. Drunk people do not want a not drunk guy there. I know that. I've been there so many times. It always ends the same. Guy comes up to you and goes, hey, what's the matter with you? Cheer up. Ah. Then you're like, oh, no, I'm having a good time, too. Don't take a wild swing at me when I'm not looking. I'll be driving you home later. This is a lot of fun.
There's big news out there in the sporting world.
The big news is Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah, huge news.
And I don't like him, don't care for him, never did.
Really? You don't like Oscar Pistorius even before he... What are you doing?
I had something in my tooth.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't like him.
You're saying, I mean, a lot of people don't like him now that he murdered somebody, but,
yeah,
but allegedly.
But also, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have problems with the murder.
Right.
But what I never liked him racing with them things that look like something Wile E. Coyote would order. And
what?
Well, they
you had a problem with him racing with his blades. His blades. He was the blade runner.
Yes,
those Teflon blades.
I did have a big problem with it because. I'll put it this way. Let's imagine you're a runner, you know, with legs.
Yeah.
And then you go home, you go, oh, I lost, honey. Who'd you lose to? Guy with no legs.
Wait, you're saying that you didn't like that Oscar Pistorius raced against people with legs?
No, I don't. I feel that one of the basic requirements of being a sprinter is having legs. They should say, okay, listen, let's, here's the, hey, what about you?
I don't want this guy.
I don't think you can be on the team. Why not? Well, you're not a biped. You have no legs, so scram.
Okay.
You take your time as long as you want. But get the hell out of here.
No one's going with you on this. Nobody is with you on this at all.
Except the fella at home that's like, that's that son of a bitch I lost my race to that got no legs.
Are you saying he had an unfair advantage because he had these?
Well, of course. He had rocket ships.
They're not rocket ships.
average is 992.
Andy, help me out here. No, it's still him running.
Oh, yes. Well, guys, I agree with you then. Oscar Pistorius is a scholar and a gentleman.
All right.
He's a murderer.
Alleged murderer. That's the part you like. Yeah, you said I'm okay with that part.
No, I'll tell you something though, you know, Conan.
Yeah?
We talk about like people with promise.
Yeah.
And Oscar Pistorius was a man, and he was a great man. But I'm put in mind of the people that that have promise that are unfulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was young, there was a fella went by the name of
Jacques de
Gautier.
I know this joke.
And he was from Témiscamingue, Quebec.
Oh no.
And Jacques de Gautier, he was a fella that really thought. And he was smart, you know. He was our hope, I guess. And he was, while I was scrabbling to get out of high school, Jacques de Gatineau had already...
I think he just changed his last name.
Yeah, man grows.
Well, you know, a man grows. But this is the point.
Yeah.
Jacques de Gatineau, he went to McGill University and he got 3 degrees, by golly. And he went over across the pond to the fellers with Cambridge and he even stood up to them. Mm-hmm. And we thought, boy, he's going to be the next. We had Jean Marchand, Gérald Fertier, Pierre Trudeau, the 3 wise men of Quebec. By God, Jacques de Gatineau was going to be the next.
Give me the next gun.
Yeah, but he vanished. And I met him, I started to do stand-up and travel from here to there and to here again. And one time I was in Niagara Falls, and by gosh, I went over to the Sea World there. You know how they have the Sea World? You know, with the different fish. You know.
I didn't know that, but okay. Yeah. Yes.
Beluga.
The Sea World. I've been there many a time.
Okay, so I was checking out the beluga whales and stuff, and I look over, and who do you think I see?
I hope it's that guy.
No, it was just an attendant. But he showed me to the place I wanted to see, which is where they feed the little baby dolphins, because I love dolphins, you know. And who do I see there but Jacques de Gatineau? And here he is, he's feeding the baby dolphins. And I go up to him and I go, Jacques de Gatineau, I feel ashamed for you. You were our hope. You were to go to Canada, Canada's nation's capital of Ottawa. And you were to be a great man, Jacques de Gatineau. And we were all, you know, we pinned all of Témiscamingue, Quebec, pinned our hopes on you. Now that's a hell of a burden for a man to have a town's hope pinned on them, isn't it, Conan?
It is a big burden.
So he was feeding these baby dolphins, you know, and I said, I'm ashamed of you, Jacques de Gatineau. You could have done so many great things. And he said, I think I'm serving a youthful porpoise. Now I believe that...
I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Don't encourage that. It's like, that was a 40-minute story. It's like somebody... Youthful porpoise?
Youthful porpoise?
Yes.
Porpoise?
I don't know. Good God.
I know. That was way out of line.
No, that was way out. Who are you to criticize Oscar Pistorius? It's like somebody saying, I got to show you something. They took on a 4-mile hike to show you a dog turd. Look at it. Okay. Well, there's your reel for CBS. We're getting this right to Les Moon. I gotta have him. You want to see that every day, Les? This guy's got more Quebecois humor. I love you. I really do. You know that, right?
I know, man. You're a great man. You're I've never said this, but you've done so many benefits for me for the gypsies.
Get the word out about werewolves.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're done now, right?
I'm done.
Norm. You came charging out like
Yeah,
that.
because Peter, look at this audience, man. I don't care about that why. I like jokes. They got flags. They got flags.
Yeah, they got flags and they're scoring you. You got 3 9s and an 8 so far for your
Where are you
entrance.
guys from, man? Oh, sweet. That's enough Sweden?
Yeah.
God bless you, man. Everything's good about, you know, where you're an Irish.
Yes.
My mother, she was orange. My father, he was green. It was the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. I'm Scottish. I'm a Scot. You're Irish.
Yes.
What are you?
Swedish German.
Swedish German? Are you really? Yeah, really.
Okay, good. It's got
Why
that.
would I lie about that? It's not
No,
funny.
it's very odd 'cause
It's a very strange lie. I put one over on those people. Yeah.
Swedish German.
What? Am I lagging so
Funny, man,
bad?
'cause I was in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
I met a good old boy down there, and he said, "Have you ever?" He said, "You know Andy Richter?"
Yeah. Yeah. He did.
Yeah.
You met a guy in Georgia and he said, you know Andy Richter?
Oh yeah, you do guys do well there.
Oh.
And he said, I said, yeah. He said, have you ever heard of Andy Richter joke? I said, no. He said, well, most of it's based on him being Swedish German. And then he told me an Andy Richter joke. And
Really?
But I didn't know he was Swedish German. I thought it was all nonsense.
Yeah, well now this lines up perfectly. Let me ask you something, because it sort of relates to the first...
Wait, don't you want to hear the joke?
No! Oh, you're down to 6! You're down to 6. All right, this joke will get you back up.
Oh wait, I wasn't. Oh,
The
face
joke.
cam. I forgot.
He says, man, he says, you ever hear the time about the old prospector? That's how he tells you.
Yeah.
He says, man, there was no prospector, and he was prospecting for gold, and he was having a hell of a time getting any gold. There was an empty stake, I believe. And he said he'd come into town one day. He'd been in the mine for a good 8 months. He said, by God, he said, I'm only flesh and blood, sure.
Yeah.
And I need a woman, you know. And so he goes into town. He goes up to the bartender. He says, bartender, he says, man, I've been in that mine for a hell of a long time, and I'm only flesh and blood. I need a woman. Well, the bartender says, hell, there ain't no women in this town. If you want to do any of that business, all we got is Andy Richter, the Swedish German. The prospector, he says, no, he says, hell, I ain't into that funny stuff, you know. He says, I'll be fine. So he goes back to his state, you know, and he's back in that mine, man, and 6 months pass, and a year passes, and Conan, you know, people are weak. Man is made of flesh and pride, as the scriptures tell us, and by God, that old prospector finally broke to his knees and he said, I'm no worse than he went back to the bar. He was a beaten man. He says to the bartender, he says, hell, man, I've been in that place 2.5 years. A man has needs, and if you say there's no women in this here town, he says, well, I'll have to go for Andy Richter, the Swedish German. But he says, listen now, he says, man, I'm a tough old hombre, you know, and I got friends now. He says, I don't want anybody to know about this. You know, this is the back of the old days.
Sure, yeah.
He says,
I can tell by the accent, yeah.
he says, I got my cowpoke friends and so forth. I'd hate to hell anybody know about this. You know, this got to be all secret. Nobody. I say, nobody can know about this. Bartender says, well, 4 people know about it. How do you figure that? He said, well, he says, I'll know about it. He says, you'll know about it.
Andy Richter, the Swedish German,
will know about it. And the fella that has to hold down Andy will know about it. Why? Because Andy Richter, the Swedish German, he don't go for that funny business neither.
At least you left me my dignity. Yeah. I like the way that story ended.
Yeah,
that was a nice...
You weren't dead.
Right, yeah. But that's not beside the point.
You were raped.
No, it's chance to talk to you before the show, and I'd like to find out how you're doing in your personal life. I know you're from Canada.
Yes, yes.
And do you get
rural
back?
Canada, deep rural.
Early afternoon. And then he's been consistently doing this for a long time. Well, since I'm the boss, last Friday I decided to look into this claim that Jordan comes in late on Fridays. I had a camera crew with me. I think it was a very good use of my time. Here's what happened. I'm sitting in the office of Jordan Schlansky. He's an associate producer at the show. And it's come to my attention recently that on Fridays, for some reason, he doesn't come in until very late. It is now 12:20, no Jordan Schlansky. So I'm sitting and I'm waiting for him because I want to get to the bottom of what the Jordan does every Friday. He's got a Kaiser roll in a bag, olive oil, his own mini specialized pepper grinder. Look at this. It's got a giant thing of Clorox wipes. Now, does this look like the office of someone who's afraid of germs? Aloe Fresh hydrating gel. The espresso cups. He's got two.
In case he ever makes a friend.
In case he ever makes a friend. Squad commander in its box and a backup. Why would you have two? He's supposed to go to a children's hospital and he's hiding them in his office. Oh my God. I'm curious. Oh, of course. Cufflinks. His wedding day. I better put these back. I'm sure these are insured by Lloyd's of London. If anyone ever wants to get Jordan a wedding present, I believe he's registered at Toys R Us. That's your reaction? You just walk into your office?
Feels like an acceptable reaction to me.
Jordan, do you know what time it is?
12:30.
Actually, it's 12:50. It's come to my attention that you like to drift in late on Fridays.
Okay. Well, I work later on Fridays than a lot of people. And I feel like I'm able to adequately accomplish what I need to in the time that I'm here. I've prepared my daily task ahead of me already.
Your daily task? What's your daily task? Pour olive oil into a Kaiser roll? Is that your daily task? Let me ask you, Jordan, what you were doing this morning.
Well, I woke up. I immediately had a protein shake. I've been experimenting with oats and whey.
Experimenting with oats and whey?
Well, I was trying to avoid synthetic maltodextrin, which is derived from corn, and I had read that oats is a good source of complex carbohydrates when mixed with whey.
Can I ask you a quick question? Are you wearing your sunglasses while you're making the shake?
Would you like me to remove them?
What do you think would be the human thing? You studied humans on our planet for a while.
Remove them. It makes you more comfortable.
Okay. You got up. You had your whey and oat shake. Then what?
Then I prepared my body in various ways. Cleaned it, shaved it, and got
What do you mean? Okay, I want to make it very clear to everyone at home. This is really happening. This is completely real. This isn't scripted. he just said all those things. This is a real person. There's set of people asking me, how did you find that guy who writes his stuff? You just said that. You just said, I prepare my body in various ways. Did you say you shaved it?
I did shave it.
Remove your shirt. Please, if you don't mind. So this is freshly shaved, this area?
No, I didn't say I shaved my chest. I didn't say I shaved my entire body.
What part of your body did you shave?
My face.
Oh, just your face. Oh. You shaved down below, down south?
I believe that's a private matter.
You just took your shirt off.
That's
I just asked you if you shave your John Dory, do you?
That's a private matter.
You draw the line there?
In terms of talking about my daily grooming rituals?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you can put your shirt back on. Wait a minute. Put the sunglasses on, but leave the shirt off. Can I ask you why you have this instead of just a regular packet of pepper?
It's a pepper mill.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like this before. Why is it so small?
It allows me to use fresh pepper on the food that I eat without taking up an inordinate amount of desk space.
Right, because you wouldn't want to clutter your space. Why do you have these?
They were sent to me.
By who?
By a woman that I know.
A woman sent you these?
Correct.
The very definition of having this is proof that you don't know a woman. You're not making eye contact with me. Is your intention to hang on to these or to give them to a worthy children's charity?
Undecided.
I'd like to help you be on time from now on. I think that would be good for you, so we have some devices that might help. Would this be helpful to you, this clock?
I don't see how.
You could have this at home, and it would tell you what time it is, and then you would know I should probably get to work.
My lack of awareness at the time is not responsible for the hour that I arrive in the office.
I'd like you to hang this one in the office, and I'd like you to strap this one to your Vespa. It would be sort of the Italian douchebag Flavor Flav. I also want you to know that you're being monitored at all times by this camera. I will constantly be monitoring that camera to make sure that one of my workers is a real busy bee. Buzz. This is a good old-fashioned time card. You are to punch in and punch out every day. I've had this machine out back. Would you like to check in?
Yes. I don't think the device works.
Try again. You have to put it in the very center. You know how I knew it was the very center?
No.
I've worked for a living. Let's face it, the foundation of any show like mine are the interns. They do a lot of hard work, and they do it for free. And I'm here with some of our finest interns. Danielle. Julia. Evan. Pencil guy. Yeah. Glasses woman. What surprised you when you first saw me for the first time? What was the thing that surprised you most? Evan.
Yes, sir.
What surprised you most about me?
How fast you are.
Pencil guy.
Yeah, first couple times I saw you behind the scenes, you were wearing this vest.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like, not really a jacket, but a vest.
Mm-hmm.
I was really surprised to see that those are still in. Here. The Conan show.
Right, the pencil, please.
What do you...
Glasses woman next to pencil guy.
Yes.
What surprised you when you first saw me?
I was surprised at how much thought and care went into what happened during the show.
It shocked you that there was a rehearsal process.
Yeah.
And that I put any thought into it.
Mm-hmm. In the nicest way possible.
Sure. You could say that after any sentence. I'd like to murder you in the nicest way possible. By the way, Joe, I'm going to replace these as we go. Was this, and you'd be completely honest, is this your favorite late night show? And be honest.
You are my favorite personality-wise late night show was.
But it's not your favorite show.
It's hard to say. I don't really have a favorite.
I know how to do it. Do you guys have complaints about this job?
There's not too much going on in here, so the other day I organized the sugar packets.
You organize the sugar packets.
Yeah, they're all kind of askew right now, but I mean they were.
So you show me what you did.
Well, I went through and I stacked them all neatly, like so they weren't looking like they were just thrown in there, like CDs to go through. Just make them more accessible. Just have the. These ones are, I won't worry about this.
There's medication for what you have. Evan.
Yes, sir.
You know why I remember Evan? Not just the name tag, although that's helping. Evan's enthusiasm feeds me.
I also got your lunch.
You got my lunch today?
Yeah.
I didn't eat lunch today.
That was a funny
How did you
kill.
get my lunch if I didn't eat lunch today?
They told me to go get the boss man's lunch.
Who told you to get Conan's lunch? Give me a name.
Nick.
Nick. Who's Nick?
What's Nick?
What's a Nick? Evan was told today to go get Conan's lunch.
Absolutely. I did that.
But Conan didn't eat lunch. Conan didn't even order lunch.
I spoke with Sona.
Soda!
Sona, we ran into a little bit of a snafu here. Evan said, hey, I got your lunch today. I said, that's not possible. I didn't order lunch today.
Sometimes, in order to get things done quickly, for me, I might use your name to, like, light a fire.
What else are you doing for yourself when you use my name? Go
I'd
ahead.
rather not say this.
Please say it.
I once went to a bar and drank too much and couldn't drive home, so I sent interns the next day. This was a long time ago to pick the car up, and I may have said that I needed them to pick your car.
I saw Rex. Oops. I think they're fighting. It's a BT and the regular Rex. Yep, they're fighting. I feel like he wants to fight. Oh, he wants to fight. Yeah, he wants to fight. Yeah! There you go. Big bone break. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, fuck. I'm gonna die. No, fuck you, bitch. No, bitch. I didn't even do anything. Oh, why did I rage quit? Fuck. No. Yeah, I'm ending the stream. Bye bye.